Prynawn da, croeso, good afternoon and welcome to the Bluebird's Nest Live. Speaking to you from Maes Tegid in Gwynedd, home of Bala Town, who host us today for match day 28 in the JD Cymru Premier. The last but one away game of the Championship Conference, just 4 to go after today. Bringing you live audio commentary from today's fixture as we aim to bounce back from last week's tough defeat to newly crowned league champions TNS, 5-1 loss at Park Hall last week. Owen Jones grabbed the consolation goal for us in front of the live scorio cameras. Meanwhile, Bala, later that afternoon, they'll be eager to respond after their own heartbreak. A dramatic 3-2 defeat at Penabont. They twice fought back before conceding a crushing goal deep, very deep into stoppage time. We were tuned in on the bus back from TNS ourselves last week, seeing how Penabont were going to get on. More on the permutations of how the league table looks a bit later on. We last met Bala in January. It was a thrilling contest at the Oggy Bridge Meadow that day. Bala took the lead, an Aberdaki goal at our far post, but it was a Dan Hawkins brace and a goal from Ben Arman put us in control before. I think it was a late strike. Bala's Aaron Edwards made for a bit of a nervy finish, but we held firm to claim a crucial 3 points. As it stands this afternoon, we sit third in the table, 7 points adrift of second place Penabont, with today's game in hand. A 6-point cushion over Cardiff Met after those two played out a 0-0 draw last night. With just a few games left in Phase 2 now, every point vital for the race for European qualification. Team news. Tony Pennock has had a strong squad to name for this afternoon. We will be without Ben Fawcett, Dan Hawkins and Alaric Jones. There's 2 changes to the starting lineup. Greg Walters and Jacob Owen returning. So Bluebirds lineup: Zach Jones, Rhys Abrasesi, Captain Dylan Rees, Lee Jenkins, Corey Shepherd, Kyle McCarthy, Greg Walters, Owen Jones, Jacob Owen, Luke Tabone and Ben Arman. And the reserves: Ivan Knott, Ricky Watts, Harry John, Kyle Kenneford, Dan John, Yori Humphreys and Luke Owen. Long-serving Bala boss Colin Caton himself has a strong Lakesiders squad to choose from this afternoon. Just missing 1 or 2, it seems. Aberdaki, the man who scored that first goal when we played them last, missing today. They line up Joel Torrance, Eunice Cagbo, Nathan Peat, the captain, Aaron Edwards, Lasana Mendes, Joe Malkin, Louis Robles, Kieran Lloyd, Callum Edwards, Ross White and Benjamin Woolham. Teams are out. It's a sunny but crisp afternoon here in Bala, just moments away from kick-off. Town are in a familiar, predominantly white kit, the home side, and whilst the Bluebirds were in a blue home strip this afternoon, but designed by Tor Sports and sponsored by Gelly Moore. The travelling Bluebirds today turned up in their good numbers, to be fair. The supporters bus that arrived at the Meadow this morning seemed to be out of action. Big cloud of smoke behind the bus apparently, so a last minute decision has seen a good number of cars arrive here earlier on this afternoon. No doubt in full voice, many of them sitting close to us here in the stands. Sure, they'll try and be our 12th man. Fantastic support as always, really appreciated by everyone at the club. We'll be keeping an eye on a couple of fixtures elsewhere this afternoon, but the Welsh Cup semi-final concluded just before we started this live broadcast. It's Connors Key Nomads who booked their spot back in the cup final as defending champions. They've beaten Llanelli, who knocked us out with a 2-1 victory over at Aberystwyth. Teams are ready. Owen Jones over the ball, ready to get us underway. Referee Alex Livesey will be assisted by Connor Fowler and Richard Dolphin. And fourth official, who normally in the middle himself, Tom Owen, over on the far side. He'll be looking to keep matters in the dugout just beneath the gantry where the scorio cameras are. And myself and Tom Pritchard opposite. Tom providing you play-by-play tweets across social media as always this afternoon, whilst we are here on YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Please do let us know where you're tuning in from. But we are underway here and we'll bring you live audio commentary throughout the 90 plus minutes of hopefully a successful afternoon for the Bluebirds. Positive opening from the Bluebirds, cleared their lines and are nicking it back in the middle. That's where I think the game's going to be won this afternoon. It's a great midfield battle here. The last time we won 2-0 up here back in the autumn, a Friday night game if you remember. But this afternoon, that same midfield, Greg, Dylan and Corey, looking to compete with a very physical Bala team here. The Lakesiders always put a good shift in, to be fair, to compete. Their boss, Colin Caton, will have them. Oh, Lee Jenkins deemed to have pulled back the left winger there, the left wing back, in a positive opening for Jenks down the right-hand side. Good afternoon, Marcus, joining us on Facebook on his way to watch Hakin. Who've Hakin got this afternoon, Marcus? Obviously, Hakin last week booked their place in the Senior Cup final, played at the Meadow. They beat Penna, and then last night it was Milford United who won 2-1, booking their spot as the other finalists for a couple of weeks for the showpiece event in Pembrokeshire football. They beat Clarbston Road, who themselves were defending champions, 2-1. Free kick taken by Joel Torrance, the keeper for Bala. Won by Luke Tabone, headed back, but Bala coming forward on the front foot. We look to bring infographics shortly. Shepherd, ball his feet, put a great ball forward. Benamoun, almost gets, it's deflected off him. Bala throw. Let's put up some statistics for us then, if we can. Where are we? So many fixtures going on across the world today. There we go. Let's see if we can get that up on screen. Ooh, nearly. I'm half looking at the pitch because there was half an opportunity for the Bluebirds there. Problem sharing the screen a second. There we go. Free kick to the Bluebirds on the near side here. Good opportunity there. Let's see if that's going to work. Still not working here, is it? Hold on. That'll do for the time being. I'll try and fix that when I get a second. But it's a free kick right in front of us here. Abruzzese puts it right over the back. Jenkins on the head of it. First contact. Falls in the box. Header. Luke Tabone. Ben Hammond. Keeper's hands. Caught it safe. Didn't quite get enough power behind it to test the keeper that time. First shot on target, as the graphic is saying there. Good chance. Comments coming in. Carew home for Hakin this afternoon. That'll be a tough one. They're still trying to chase down Goodwick for the league title. Good ball forward from Dylan Rees. Cleared straight away. Bala, I'd imagine, just going to look to get a direct style of play forward with the ball. Greg and Corey link up well in the middle. Corey operating almost like a quarterback so far here. Just looking to distribute it. Skips past one. Edwards comes across. Pinches it from him. Experienced. A lot of silverware in Edwards' trophy cabinet. Having played for TNS for so many years. Been at Bala for the last few now. Jenks has got it back though. Inwards to Shepherd. Plays a good ball forward to Owen Jones. Links up with Armand. Back to Shepherd. Very positive opening. Shepherd's put one cross. Abruzzese is going to get it. Keep it in. Near the corner flag. First time cross into an area. Ooh, keeper comes to collect. Well. Torrance ball in hand then. Yeah, who knows on YouTube? Well, warm welcome to you listening from home in Haverfordwest. 3 points necessary to make Penabont be a 6-pointer. Yeah, we're building up to that mouth-watering clash now this coming Friday at home to Penabont. If we can just keep the pressure on you this afternoon and close that gap, who knows? Who knows how the season will end up? Good evening, good afternoon, I should say, to Asa. Come on, you Bluebirds, indeed. Would much rather be there with us rather than Portman Road this afternoon. I think it's a tough test at home for Ipswich against Notts Forest, I believe, this afternoon. Asa, for those of you who don't know, his family and Asa, and moving to Pembrokeshire soon. Will soon be enjoy the highs and lows of Haverfordwest County as a season ticket holder. Great ball forward by Abruzzese. Finds Greg. Oh, good defending by White. Bala come away with it. Bluebirds certainly on the front foot so much. So Edwards skips past Arman, plays it out to Lasana Mendes. The number 7, tall, very athletic Mendes. Calls for offside given. Balls forward to Louis Robles. Caught him offside. Well played there. Lee Jenkins and Luke de Boer in particular knew the line, looked across. Assistant referee gave it straight away. Ball back with Zach. Forward. It's going to straight into Captain Nathan Pete's forehead. But he only heads it clear and straight into Luke de Boer's forehead, who finds Abruzzese. Ball in behind. Good opportunity for Owen Jones, who comes across. Does well there. Callum Edwards and Ross White. Strong defensive unit, as always with Bala. They've always been a formidable defensive display. This season, lacking perhaps at the other end of the field, and hopefully the same today. Lost their first 5 from 5 in the Championship Conference. They obviously got through in those unique circumstances. As Phase 1 played out, Bala just pipping Barry Town United to 6th spot. That put them in the top 6. So Bala, as we are, guaranteed a place in the playoffs. But no wins from 5 games is probably going to see them finish in 6th, if not for a late flurry of points. Owen Jones is going to keep that Bala backline on their toes, that's for sure. He's looking lively. Bala clear straight into touch. I remember the last time we were here, the ball did spend a lot of time being kicked out for throw-ins, etc. And if you remember, there was that 15-minute injury break. A Bala left winger, forgive me, I forget his name, not long signed for the club, broke his leg in 2 or 3 places, I believe, and hasn't kicked the ball since. Again, Haverfordwest on the front foot. Jenkins playing a lot of his football in the opposition's half at the moment. He gives it to Corey Shepherd. Out to Reece Abruzzese, looking for the 1-2. Good defending by Bala, to be fair. Just stopping opportunities. Ball across. Dylan Reece is shoved, but it was going over his head anyway. Torrance with it. We've got another country to tick off. Graham, good afternoon to you. Listening in from a hotel in Mallorca. Much to my other half's chagrin. Good afternoon to you. I'm sure it's a nice warm afternoon over in sunny Mallorca. To be fair, it looks sunny here. There's a free kick against Dylan Reece there for high feet. It looks a lovely afternoon. Blue skies here at my Tegid. However, I would say fresh is probably the word to describe it. Bit of a frost this morning as the team coach travelled up today. Stunning views coming up through northwest Wales. Good afternoon, Dan Salmon. 3 bluebirds on the same table listening in at a mate's wedding. Congratulations to the couple. I'm sure they don't mind you having 90 minutes of my dulcet tones. I want photos off the dance floor, watching and listening, please. As Bala come forward, Owen Jones the next to be penalised by the referee. So it's a free kick just inside the Haverfordwest half. Graphic showing it. It's the other side actually where the ball is. It's in our half, inside the centre circle. Mendes over. Tony Pennock not convinced with that one. Speaking of Tom Owen over on the far side. Lasana Mendes is just going to clip this one. All the defenders forward. Put it into an area. Good header by Taborn. Bounces straight back off Malkin's head and out for a corner. Lots of confusion around. That was clearly off Malkin's head. Zach Jones and Greg in particular asking the ref the question. I think they got that one wrong, mate, Mr. Livesey. Mendes then has trotted over to deliver this one. So a right-footed from the left-hand side. Good afternoon, Kevin and Lisa. Sunny Fuerteventura. We really are international Haverfordwest this afternoon. Mendes crosses, headed clear excellently by Lee Jenkins. Shepherd on the edge of the box, the next to clear. And Abruzzese finds Owen Jones, who's put... Oh, good claim. There's a Bala player down in agony, so the ref has stopped play. The ball was comfortably in Zach Jones's hand. Former Bluebirds physio Fiona Evans now coming onto the pitch. The Bala physiotherapist, looking to treat a player who I think has been caught as they competed in the air. He's wriggling around in a lot of pain there. So the Bluebirds head over to Tony Pennock and Gary Richards and go for a bit of a debrief. Bit of a drink of water, but injury break here. He looks in a bit of discomfort, possibly holding his face or his head maybe. Great to see us being so global today. Over the last few months, certainly this season, we've broadcasted as far away as China, the States. I think we had South Africa, Southampton, Ipswich. We're all over. So Mallorca and Fuerteventura ticked off. Question coming in from Graham. Yeah, the lads, it was a tough afternoon last Saturday. TNS, I really do believe, were at their best last week. It's Robles down having treatment at the moment. It's just, we caught TNS on a bad day, I believe, Graham, and I'm sure others will agree. We weren't at the races fully, as we know how well we can play normally. Going there, had a lot of optimism that we could pinch something. But TNS, knowing it was going to be a tough battle, just came out of the traps, and obviously getting that 3-goal lead was a bit shell-shocking. But Owen's goal was obviously a consolation in the end, but it really got us back in, and we finished the first half strong. I thought the referees whistled for the break, came at the wrong time. We came out second half, came out well, but as soon as that fourth TNS goal goes in, the game's over. Unfortunate to concede a fifth in the end. But yeah, TNS, comfortable winners. They were at their best. We were probably not at our best, to say the least. So we'll put that one behind us. I can't even remember the last time a team put 5 past us. I think it might have been Bala, actually, a couple of years ago in a cup match. I'm sure it was a Bala team. A TNS again. Tom next to me saying TNS will probably put 5 past us, but been a long time, and certainly this season our defensive record has been excellent. So that was a bit of a reality check maybe. But some of the goals, as I'm sure you've seen, in particular I think it was the third goal with Danny Redmond's through ball. That game, that build-up play, excellent from the champions, who obviously picked up the title last night. I mean, Penabont losing mathematically give TNS the title. Dan Devine tuning in on Facebook, 2 rows in front of me here at Bala. Afternoon, Dan. Quite the romantic, bringing his better half to my Tegid this afternoon. On their way back from picking Kian of that football drawing from Manchester Airport last night. Or early hours, I should say. Bleary-eyed Kian, to say the least. Back underway. Robles is on the sideline, looking to come back on. But we are finally back under. Maka operating the left of a back 3 here. To Bourne Central. He passes out to Jenkins and to the right. Wingbacks, Abruzzese and Jacob Owen. The midfield 3, as I said, Dylan Rees, Corey Shepherd and Greg Walters. And we've got Ben Arman and Owen Jones up top. Fawcett and Dan Hawkins obviously missing for us today. So Dan John, probably the next in line as an attacker to come on later in the game, perhaps. His fresh legs, his pace. As I'm sure you all know, he's been flying for the development this year. So I'm certainly see him as troubling the back line of Bala later on. Lots of comments coming in across YouTube, Facebook and Twitter. Good afternoon to you all. Vamos, Haverfordwest. 3 puntos. I won't even attempt the rest of that sentence, but good afternoon to you, wherever you are tuning in from. Please let us know what country. Bala just looking to play a little bit of counter-attacking football there. They're dealing with everything pretty well so far. Good clearance again by the centre halves of Bala. I found Robles, who's come back on over on the far side. Colin Caton fiercely complaining to the referee there that was their throw-in, but given to the Blues, I'd have said it was a Bala throw-in, to be fair. So we're 1-1 in the referee blip so far. Maka out to Abruzzese. Bit of space on this left-hand side. Chance to go forward. Bala, good defending. They just block his pathway more than anything. Dylan Reese in the quarterback role. Just put a great clip forward to Shepherd. Just a touch too far. Corey almost brings that down. He would have had a chance to round the keeper there. Torrance was way out of his goal. Just skips on through to the keeper. Big, tall, must be 6'5", 6'6", the keeper, who I know is from Bolton. Quite the recruitment area Bala have. When he came down to us in January, I was speaking to him in the clubhouse after the match, and he was heading from Pembrokeshire back to Bolton that evening. So, quite the commute for him to work. Great feet from Bluebirds. Greg Walters, edge of the box. Referee doesn't give it. How is that not a foul? Great run from Greg, marading his way through about 2 or 3 defenders there. Seemed to go down. Oh, good tackle. Maka puts it up for a throw-in. Now, as we do our own bit of defending, Greg chatting to the ref there. Alex Lively, who tends to have a really good afternoon, is the man in the middle. Most times we have him. Bala throw-in, and it's Cargbo inwards to Woolham, driven right-footed cross. He's going to go, evades everyone, great block. He's offside anyway. Robles offside, got a left-footed strike on the half volley at the back post, but it was Lee Jenkins who blocked it out for a corner anyway. But assistant Richard Dolphin had his flag up over on the near right-hand side to us here. Afternoon, Adam. Hope you're in the comforts of your own home, or are you out and about watching Pembrokeshire football this afternoon? Zach with the free kick to get us back underway then. Coming up to the 18th minute, still 0-0. Plays it short out to Abruzzese, completely unmarked on this near side. He's got Edwards in front of him, just dummies inside, goes backwards to McCarthy. A lot of opportunity for McCarthy to get his head up here. Nobody 10, 15 yards in front of him. Plays forward to Owen Jones, who's free on the edge of the halfway line. Great 1-2 with Greg Walters. You just see the fluidity of the Bluebirds' attacks. It's well drilled. Jacob Owen on his left foot, plays it forward. Dylan Reese on the edge of the box, good block. Ball played through for Greg Walters. Across the edge of the box. Oh, cleared by Bala. Give me a chance for a big throw here. Jacob's going over to take this one. Good, really, really good build-up play. McCarthy to Walters to Jones. Great interlinking play in the final third. Through to Greg Walters. Ball across the 6-yard line. Cleared by Bala. There's plenty of blue shirts in there as well, but another chance incoming. Jacob Owen. Another one of his great lofted throws comes in. First Ed Jenkins over the bar. Good contact. Too good almost. Over the bar. Torrance taking his time to go and get a replacement ball. Lively start here. In work, Adam. Love it. Pretty calm faces and bodies over in the Bluebirds dugout over on the far side. Most staff just sitting down, taking in this first 20 minutes. Torrance going to get us back underway here. Decent kick. Unorthodox technique probably from the goalie, but won by Malkin. Joe Malkin, the big forward, has flicked it out to Cargbo, operating as a left wing back this afternoon. Normally on the right-hand side. He's played it back to Kieran Lloyd. Kieran Lloyd has to go back, and it's a slice clearance. It's going to stay in, but Pete's clearance only finds Jenkins just inside the Bluebirds' half. Gary Richards appealing for a foul, not given. Dylan Reese, great little pinch for Dylan. Feeds Jenkins, who's put a great ball forward. Oh, Arman almost on the end of that one, but it's White who gets there first. Back to his keeper, if you can hear, has punted that first time. Abruzzese plays ahead forward. It's going to go for a throw-in. Mendes with it. He's not going to take it. He puts it down for Woolham, the right back. Very much a defensive right back, should we say. Big, tall, physical lad. Has been not very often going into an attacking position. Looking to just help out at the back. Whereas on the other side, you've got Kieran Lloyd, a bit more of an attacking threat, perhaps. There's Lloyd forward to Louis Robles. White inside. Oh, good play. Here on Edwards. Good distribution from him. Finds Woolham. Jinx myself as it's now Woolham who comes forward on the attack. Dylan Reese is just going to shocky that. Ooh. Woolham grabbed Dylan by the back of the head there and threw him. Referee's wave play on. Dylan didn't complain, has got on with it. Again, as I said, very physical, the right back. Yeah. Referee having a quiet word with him, telling him not to be so reactive. This is card mark, perhaps. To Bourne. Just calmly sideways across the box to Jenkins. Chance to move forward. Malkin chasing him. Plays it to Jacob Owen. We'll have a chance to go back across to international Luke de Bourne. Out to McCarthy, left-sided. Finds Abruzzese in space. Again, getting a lot of joy over on this left-hand side here. With Woolham hesitant to come forward. To Bourne, back to Zach Jones. All in green this afternoon to Jacob Owen. Good play. Shepherd with a whipped right-footed forward ball. He's going to get it. Mendes just comes across and pinches it, but Owen Jones does well to help Dylan. Out to McCarthy. Abruzzese tucked in, so McCarthy coming forward. Great ball to Arman. 30 yards out. Squared to Greg. Oh, good pinch. Cargbo does enough to just come and toe poke it towards his keeper, who clears it first time again. There's no hesitation from the keeper when the ball's at his feet. Shepherd in the middle third of the pitch to Jacob Owen, who plays a forward ball. Headed clear, only as far as Shepherd to Walters. Back to Owen. Again, pinched. Robles, his experience showing that he read that one. Good tussle between those two. Abruzzese can see it all the way back to Zach in goal. Chance of a counter-attack there, quickly nullified by the Bluebirds, but just showing Bala's threats and a lot of pace going forward. Enjoy the game, Graham, on YouTube. Heading over to watch a Mallorcan League game. Enjoy. Good feet, Jacob Owen. Possession now being dominated by the Bluebirds. Shepherd, who has just miscontrolled that one a touch, but does well. He's surely going to pick up the free kick. Yeah, Mendes. As Shepherd pinched the ball back off Mendes. Got the foul on the edge of our own box. Ray, slight mistake there from Corey. Dedos Cruzados, Graham, indeed. Zach's clearance finds a Bala head. Edwards out to Woolham on this right hand side. Aims forward. No hesitancy at all to just ping it forward. Well defended. Corey does our own version of it. Punts it forward and it's out for a throw in. Tony Penner collects it on the halfway line. Just trying to speed his players up a little bit here. Just ushering them forward a touch. Perhaps deeming them to be playing a little bit too further back as he'd like. Owen, ball in hands then, looking down the line. There's a sideways, yeah, it does go down the line, almost finds Arman's head. Punted forward. Tabone's going to have to, he does nod that back into the hands of his keeper. Malkin, the big tall number 10 for Bala, just prowling the edge of the box to see if Zach rolls this one. Zach does roll it, off Malkin goes. But cleared well. Zach Jones over to the right hand side. Good accuracy with that one from Zach. Finds Jacob, who finds Shepherd. Cross fielder. It's going to come all the way across to Abruzzese in a lot of space. Woolham does well to come across. Abu dances inside him. Passes it back to McCarthy. Chance to deliver. Plays it short to Shepherd. Good flick by Shepherd. Again read well by Edwards. And it's Cargbo on the edge of his own penalty box. Has to go back to his keeper. Oh, keeper didn't look too comfortable with that one, but does clear. Right in front of us here now. Edwards, good touch, brings it down. Back to Woolham, who plays it forward. Straight to Taborn. Not the best accuracy. Walters is going to pick this up in a lot of space in the middle of the park here. A little bit of miscontrol from Greg. And Mendes comes away with it. Shepherd chasing. Out. Louis Robles again. Well onside. Shepherd still with Mendes. Distract his runner well. Mendes back to goal. Turns. Good tackle, Cody Shepherd. It's going to be a throw-in. I think, or have he given a corner? He's not. I think it's going to be a throw-in. Yeah, it is indeed. Cagbo looking to get us back underway. Mendes doesn't look too comfortable after that one. Over in the corner flag, he'll be a loss for Bala and a big tick for us if he was to be removed from play. He looks a bit gingerly walking back into position. Cagbo going for a long throw and then from the left-hand side, in line with the edge of the box, inwards. Good first header by White. Tends to win everything in the air. Oh, half a chance from Edwards. Straight to Zach Jones's gloves. A half a chance there. I say it was a half volley on the side, on the left foot. Sort of a swiveled shot. Not enough power on it to really test Zach, but half a chance. Bala captain Nathan Pete won the first contact in the box. He's not the biggest. I don't even think he's even 6 foot. And he tends to win so much of his headers, as he's just done again in a clearance. Mendes and Shepherd, that's a great battle between them two. Shepherd's winning it so far. Dylan Rees, chance to play it sideways. Oh, the ball was on for Jacob Owen in an attacking position, but goes to Jenkins. Jenkins puts it forward. That's going to run out. Oh, he's headed it and cleared. Well played, Bala. I thought he was going to let that run out. Forward to Jacob Owen now with his chance. Nobody forward in front of him. Jenkins helps it on. Arman is going to get around the back here. Great strike, and what a save! Unbelievable save by Joel Torrance. Arman from a very tight angle. Tried his luck, a vicious right-footed strike, but almost unawares to the keeper. It just hit his left hand. I'm sure that will make the Scorio highlights. So far, the biggest chance that. Don't know whether it was on target. Be interesting to see the angle that took. But a vicious strike from Arman. And a free kick given, I think, for a handball. Dylan Rees and Malkin. Almost nose to nose. Malkin, get out of the way. Skipper leading by example here. Excellent from him. Malkin tried to slow down the free kick, so Dylan Rees just comes across and moves him out the way. Malkin didn't like it. He knew what he was doing, Joe Malkin there, just slowing us down. But it's allowed Zach to come well out of his goal here. Pretty much exactly where the screen is showing this one. Right-footed, puts it round the back. Jenkins, can he get on the back? Oh, he does again get the first contact. He beats Pete in the air, but it's out for a goal kick. Left of the near post. And unexpectedly, Joel Torrance couldn't take it any slower if he tried to keep it. I'm sure the referee will be picking this up at some point during the game. That's the third time now. Half an hour gone here then. Very much being dominated by the Bluebirds. Only the one half chance for Bala and a couple of half chances and that one last strike by Arman to note for us. Torrance, he sliced his kick a touch, but it's benefited. Cagbo's got it on the halfway line. Step overs. Jenkins isn't going to lose that battle. Wins it to Owen Jones. Back to Shepherd. Crosses the halfway line. Numbers coming forward. Skips past Mendes. Is fouled short. No, referee. Bala break. It's a through ball. Kintabong. Yeah, he will get there, but he's played it only as far as Louis Robles on the far side. Back to Mendes. To Cagbo. Lloyd. Crossfielder. It's a chance for Abu Zaidi. Does head it. Back to Shepherd. Cleared. Good defence. Pete wins his header. Well done, Dylan Rees. Just nobody there for the header that came down off him. Woolham then, right in front of us here. Inwards to Edwards. Bit of space for the experienced Aaron Edwards. He plays it out. Mendes now on the far side. Cuts inside. Great block, Jacob Owen. Ends up with Greg. Greg plays it forward. Held up by Owen Jones. Backwards to Greg again. Forward. Arman, he's got two around him. Yeah, he's just too much to ask there for Ben, I think. Woolham, no messing. Clears. Finds Greg. Finds Tabone. Headed into an area. Edwards brings it down well. Kieran Lloyd comes forward with it. To Mendes. To Louis Robles. Inward, Cargo, Mendes. A little bit of play here from Bala. Getting it on the deck for a change. Tried to find the crossfielder, but Abruzzese does well to pinch it. Arman, back to McCarthy. Has to clear, under a bit of pressure there. Just Pete, the captain, steps into the Bluebirds half. He passes to Woolham. Oh, Owen Jones charges it down and catches one in his midriff. He's on. Oh, keep your feet on the pitch. He's caught one in the private area, should we say. Right in front of us here. Deep breaths from Owen Jones needed. He's back on his feet. He's just going to look after himself there, should we say. Deep breaths indeed from Owen right in front of us here. He caught that one plumb, should we say. Back underway. Shepherd wins his header. Jenkins clears over the halfway line, just looking to give our number 20 a chance to readjust himself and get back into the action. No physio, I think, needed with that one. Just his own self-help. Throw in again from Bala. Won by Malkin, but Abruzzese. Foul. Oh, it's a clear foul. He's changed his mind. Referee, so late there. To be fair, he took his time with that one. It was a foul, I will say that. It was a good 3, maybe 4 seconds. Greg was 10 yards away with the ball, having fouled. I can't see what number. I think it was Malkin. No. Yeah, Malkin. So it's Mendes right in between us. He's picked the shaving foam up off the floor, moved the shaving foam to suit his angle. Assistant referee tells him to put it back. That's something out of the gamesmanship book. Mendes, right-footed then. Right across onto the penalty spot of a header. Weak header from big target man, Joe Malkin. Comfortably dealt with by Zach Jones. Say shot on target. I think I could have saved that one. Possibly. McCarthy back to Zach Jones. They've played a 1-2 out to Lee Jenkins on the right-hand side of the penalty box. He plays forward. Skips past. Oh, almost skips all the way through to Owen Jones there. But Bala deal with it and pump it forward yet again. McCarthy, great header. Well done, Dylan Reese. Just stops Mendes having an easy one that time. Good. Oh, Greg, accidental trip. How many appeal the home side? Completely accidental, that. "34 minutes, and I'd say graphic on screen showing pretty much where this ball is for a free kick for the home side. Mendes, quick one, plays it deep. Pete, he does get on the end of it, keeps it in the near side. Oh, linesman flag goes up. Must have crossed the line there. It'll be a goal kick then. Tony Panic will be pretty happy so far after 35 minutes. I'd say we were the slightly more dominant team here. A lot of possession, certainly. Stats not given on the screen for possession, but I would say it was comfortably 60, if not 70% with us. But when Bala get it, they do look like they want to break on us. Certainly looking for those set pieces, the home side. Known for their physical, direct play. Tabone does well with Malkin. Jacob Owen to Shepherd, plays it forward. Pete is chasing back towards his own goal. Has to go to his keeper. Owen's putting him under pressure. Keeper hashes one out. Only probably 30 yards from the corner flag. Jitters there from the home keeper, certainly. Wouldn't fancy Owen Jones with half a chance there. You would have backed him. So Jacob, about 30 yards, 35 yards out from the corner flag on the right-hand side. Just McCarthy into Bone back, marking Malkin. Goal now would be superb for us to go into the break maybe with. Forward. Good head by Shepherd inside to Dylan Reese. It's going to come across all the side to Greg Walters. Woolham easily could have fouled him there. Last minute, changed his mind. Good tackle. Ricochets. Oh, Owen's just had his pocket pinch. Back to Tabone. Chance here. Plays it out wide to Jacob Owen. Can get his head up. Chance to cross. Good ball into a good area. Oh, good win. Woolham got on the end of that one. Bala break. McCarthy just hooks one on. Well done, Greg Walters, who finds his midfield partner, Corey Shepherd. Diagonal. In behind. Armand can get onto this. Over on the right-hand side of the box. Coming inside. Feet. Good footwork. Oh, he's just tackled. Louis Robles can't get past Jacob Owen. Oh, I thought that would have crossed the line. Bala come forward. Mendes, unmarked on the halfway line. Tries to get past Abruzzese. Eventually does. Surely offside. Miles offside. Bala broke too much there. Good organisation by the Bluebirds defence. Tony Panak, probably just about can't hear that one, but bellowing his instructions about keeping possession of it better in the final third. Good afternoon to June on YouTube, listening from home in the US. International Haverfordwest yet again. What state are you in, June? It'd be great to hear from you. As Zach Jones, our Kiwi, our New Zealand goalkeeper, looking to get us back underway. Outside his box. Good decision by Richard Dolphin, the assistant referee. Clearly offside. 2 Bala players, I would say. 1 by Bala, but McCarthy plays it forward. Woolham's going to have a bit of time, but Owen Jones is coming across just to slow things down. A good bit of pace from the big man Woolham there, the right back. Can only find Abruzese's toes. Abu's got it back. Chance to look up. Clips it forward. Pete reads it so well, the skipper. He has it back. Playing inside to Aaron Edwards. Back to goal. Has to go backwards. A little slip up now would be lovely from the home side. Cargbo over on the far side now. Comes away with it. Jenkins is having to come out of position to come and pinch it. McCarthy, dived in with a header. Malkin's come away with it. Oh, good save, Zach Jones. Half an effort. Probably could have done better, Malkin. I've seen him put them in from the edge of the box. Right-footed strike. Aiming. It was going in the bottom left-hand corner, but Zach Jones does well. Two-handed. Behind that one. Calmly picks it up and going to get back with a big right-footed boot downfield here. June over in Portland, Oregon. A warm Welsh welcome to you. I'm thinking it's probably early morning over there with you at the moment. As we approach the 40th minute here up in Northwest Wales. It's great to see Haverfordwest getting so much audience variety these days. I know a number of people internationally have been ordering our shirts from the tour website, etc. It's great to see us having that traction, etc. As Mickey Ellis gets his hands on the ball, collects the ball that has been kicked out by Jacob Owen on the far side. So throw in the Bala. About 5 minutes and stoppage time to go. There's been very little other than one incident. Strike from well out. Doesn't test Zach, so it's going to be a goal kick. Other than that, Robles' head injury. Maybe 4 minutes, I'm predicting, from Tom Owen when that board goes up. Yet another goal kick for us then. We'll take those efforts all afternoon because that was tame, to say the least, the last 2 from the home side. As crowds goes in Bala, it's not too bad this afternoon. However, nowhere near the Meadows attendances recently, which have been absolutely fantastic. Well played, McCarthy. Just allows it to go out for a blue throw. Dummied the left-footed clearance. I would say maybe 200 this afternoon. What do you think, Tom? Couple on the far side. Maybe, apparently there was 200 in the Welsh Cup semi-final afternoon, which was perhaps disappointing. Greg pinches it off Bala. Number 6, Aaron Edwards. He loses it himself. Edwards coming forward with it. Pennock again not happy with possession in the final third, not being kept. Bala come away with it. Again, Arman, surprisingly quick for a big man, Arman. Be stronger, Greg. Pinch it, pinch it, pinch it. A cargo. Oh, it's a head collision in the middle. Head injury, ref. You've got to call that. You've got to call it. It's a clear head injury. Ball put in. Headed clear. It's a clear head injury. Finally does clash of heads. Cargo ran into Dylan Reese there. Dylan seems to be okay, but they've run into each other, bumped heads. The referee has got to stop the game there. It was clear that he'd hurt his head. Not Alex Livesey's best afternoon so far, I must say. Cargo ran straight into Dylan there. Borderline headbutt. So I said there's going to be 4 minutes. It's probably going to be a couple more now. Wonder whether the Henry Fensom now, sports therapist for the Bluebirds, on just having a look at the side of Dylan's head. Yeah, just doing all the protocol of testing his neck and that there's no spinal issues. He seems to be okay. He's certainly getting back to his feet. I was going to say, I was expecting a bit of blood there, maybe from a cut or a gash, but no. Skipper valiantly back to his feet. Hands on his hips, just walking across. Shepherd wanting to go and have a chat with the referee there to say why wasn't it stopped sooner, but changed his mind. The assistants have got to help him there. Clear head injury. It could have been really, really serious, and he allowed play to go on for 20 odd seconds there. Obviously, Bala were keen to do that because it was an attacking position, but it's one of those things nowadays with concussion, etc. It's got to be priority, the safety of the players. Bounce ball. Zach's picked it up. Malkin occupying the edge of the box here. Tries to jump and get it, but punted forward. Pete wins it to Greg Walters on the retaliating header backwards, but straight to Cargbo over on that far left-hand side. Kieran Lloyd to Aaron Edwards inside the Mendes. A little bit of space there because we are down to 2. Dylan's just making his way back onto the pitch, so he's okay. Big thumbs up from him. Finds Mendes again in a bit of space. Diagonally, just clips one in. Jenkins is underneath this one. Good header, Jacob Owen as well. Karate kick almost by Malkin. It's deflected wide. It's going to go out for a corner, I think. Jacob Owen's header perhaps could have been directed away from play there. He headed it back into an area where it was populated with Bala players. Did enough to clear it, but if we're being picky, could that have gone in a different direction there? Just put ourselves under a little bit of our own pressure. Corner is going to be a right-footed outswinger from the right-hand side then. Mendes, the 7. Been lively throughout this one. Malkin looks a handful in the 6-yard box there. Tabone and him are all arms. Greg's there too. He's just jockeying in a good area. Good flick. Lee Jenkins fouled, ref? No, not happening. Zach Jones comes to collect so well. Big shout by the Kiwi keeper. Takes his time. The counter-attack was on, but he's just perhaps turning down the temperature on those last couple of minutes there. Simmering probably for a Bala attack there. Just gets a bit of calmness around it again. Jenkins on the floor across to McCarthy on this left-hand side. Back to Jenkins. Three minutes indicated. Surprised at that. I thought it would have been a touch longer, if I'm honest. But 3 to go before we take a break, and at half-time we'll be playing the recent Scorio video that they produced with our manager Tony Pennock. It's called Pancakes with Pennock. I'm sure you'll enjoy that. If you haven't already seen it, we'll play that during the half-time break before we return to give you second half audio commentary. Hopefully, where I can tell you about a couple of goals. Mendes buys that free kick. Well, Dylan shakes his head. I can see clearly Dylan's face seems to be cut graze free. So just a couple of temples banging against each other. Mendes has taken his free kick well inside our half, and as you could hear, the players were saying it, the foul was in the other half. Bala win a throw in, a couple of yards away from the corner flag. I think it's circulating. A couple of Bala players are not even wearing moulded stud shoes. They're wearing trainers on this artificial pitch. Interesting. Throw in, comes in to a good area, deflects. Jenkins, Tabone clears. Oh, Owen Jones. How is that not a foul? Right into an area. McCarthy, Jenkins comes through like a bull through. It's a great through ball. Owen Jones, he's got two behind him. Can he? Oh, unlucky O's. He just had to take it away from the last man there. And as he played it a slightly different direction, I think it was Kieran Lloyd, bit of pace from the left back who came across and pinched it. Half a chance to see out the half there. The ball had been further in front. I think I would have backed those to get on the end of that one. Very similar to last week, that would have been. Good. Oh, he's given that against. It's a throw in a Bala. Incredible. Against, deflected. It must have ricocheted off Abu there. 20 odd seconds left to go this one. Referee looks at his watch again. Any second now, surely. Half a chance. Keep it out, Blues. Tabone underneath it. Good header. Oh, only finds it as far. Oh, good interception. Can we get there? Oh, almost Delanrys pinches it. Balak still coming forward. Referee looks at his watch again. There's the whistle. We'll take that one. 0-0 at the break then. We'll head into a 15-minute interval as the players go in for a bit of a debrief. As I said, though, we're going to play that pancakes with panic video that I'm sure some of you have seen already on social media, but well worth a watch. Good insight into the club this season and Tony's past with Hull, etc. So we will see you after the break for the second half.
Shemai!
Tony Bala! Shemai!
How are we?
Happy Pancake Day. You keep it, man?
Pancake day to you too.
Are you a pancake man? Are you a pancake person?
I am today.
You are today. Well, it's Pancake Day, and I thought to mark the occasion, pancakes with pennock was the best thing I could come up with.
Dogs with diet and now pancakes with pennock.
Dogs with diet and now pancakes with pennock.
That looks a lot.
How would you describe the success that you've had so far?
Phase 1 this year, we had 60 unavailable players, whereas my first season it was 90 and last season it was 136. To this season, I know the squad, apart from Jack Wilson, got injured in pre-season. Everybody's been available for the majority of it. And
We see it with so many teams in this league. Everyone, or a lot of teams, seem to start off really strongly. But then as soon as you get to this stage of the seasons, you get injuries, you've got people who are tired, and being able to keep that momentum, I guess Penabont would be an example of this season. Just how difficult does it get at this level?
Griff and Penabont have done a fantastic job considering the players they've lost through the season, really. A lot of experienced players they've missed at times. But yeah, Europe definitely affected us last year. I didn't like people saying that to us when they kept talking to me about why we didn't have a great start and, oh no, Europe will affect you. And I wouldn't accept that for bad performances, really. But when the time comes again, hopefully they'll be better prepared for it. And I know I will be, the club is, and hopefully the boys will be as well.
Right, I need you to pass me a plate, Tony, because look at this. We've got one.
Practice makes perfect. No pressure. It's a big one.
How do you switch off from football?
Golf, walking. I like to read, but probably haven't read much for the last 12 months or so. But
Okay, what do you like to read?
anything to do with sport. Well, oh wow, look at that.
Hey. Do you find it easy to switch off? Or how much does this place and the prep and everything, how much does it consume you?
Not as much as it did 2 years ago. I think I'm learning to handle it a bit better. I don't get as stressed as I used to. I don't know why that is, I'm not sure. Some games, I'll be honest, I'm really nervous for a game. Some games I'm pretty chilled out. So there's no consistent thing with me, really.
Right, I've got a plate ready to go. I couldn't find bigger plates. They're so small.
Not bad, then.
Beautiful. You've gone for the Biscoff.
Biscoff. Yeah, I thought I'd treat myself today.
Nice.
Bit
I've
of
gone
Biscoff.
classic lemon and sugar. The season that you're having so far at Haverfordwest, it feels completely different to your first 2 years here. What's made the difference this year?
I just thought after the first season, winning the playoffs was, I think we surprised a lot of people by winning the playoffs and getting into Europe and doing really well in Europe. But this year, I started planning, getting a lot of boys last year under contract for this year early because I knew I wanted to keep the nucleus of the squad together. And I think we've been 2.5 years together now, and I think they know me now, and I think I know them well enough.
Why this club? Why make the decision to come here?
I'd made the decision to leave Hull City. It was time for a change, really. Wayne Jones phoned me, funny enough, that the job was available. Nicky Hayne had moved back to Belgium, and then I had a brief chat with the chairman. He said it looks like he's already appointed somebody, so thanks for the call, but unless something changes, I think I've got a manager. But then about a week or so later, he phoned me back and said, are you still interested? Because that's not happening now. I said, yeah, of course. I had a chat. I had an interview with him and the board, and I accepted the job, and 2.5 years, here I am.
Was coaching a natural step for you, or was it something that took some time?
No, I'd started quite some time before I finished playing. I broke my leg playing for Newport County, and that was sort of the end of my career. By then, I'd already done my goalkeeping B and my outfield B, so it was the right transition.
Who was your biggest influence as a coach?
I was really fortunate to work with the managers I've worked with, not only as a coach at Hull City, but also as a academy manager at Swansea and at Hull. Working with Brendan and Roberto is something that I'm really grateful for, because you learn a lot on your coaching qualifications and when you're away studying, but day to day at a football club you see more things that are going on that you have to be prepared for. This is the first time that I've really done the job properly, and I'm still learning. There's still lots I need to be better at. The boys know that, and I'm sure they'd give you a long list, but as long as we work together and learn from mistakes, and I'm sure we'll keep moving forward. After
Playing all your home games at Carmarthen at the start of this season, how good does it feel to be back at the Meadow?
Being back home is a massive boost for all of us. As much as the fans were great and travelled to Carmarthen, the crowd since we've been back are fantastic. We ended last season with really good crowds, and they've continued. And as long as we're putting on a style of football that they enjoy and we're winning games, then that helps as well.
What's pleased you the most about this season?
Clean sheets.
Yes.
Goalkeeping hat on, clean sheets is massive, and you keep a clean sheet, you give yourself a chance of winning games. Yes, we haven't scored as many goals as we'd hoped, but 13 clean sheets in 25 games is something that we're all extremely proud of.
You secured the top 6 for the first time in the club's history this season. You're third as things stand. Did you expect this season to go as well as it has done so far?
We had a tough start, Carnarvon away in Connors Quay, winning both of those. I think the boys then thought to themselves, yeah, we can compete. The aim was top 6. If you'd offered me 6th at the end of the season after phase 1, I would have taken it.
We're all expecting some kind of second place showdown between yourselves and Penabot, but for yourself, what is the main goal?
We know what third place gives us this year, especially if TNS win both competitions, and that's our aim, to finish there, to get ourselves a final at home. But we can't really rely on other people doing other jobs for us. We have to do our own job, and then hopefully that gives us what we want.
And European football, of course, Tony, it's the golden ticket. It's the one thing that everyone wants in this league, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive. We tasted it 2 years ago, season 4 last, and
because that was so much fun. As fans, it was brilliant to watch the campaign that you guys had.
Yeah, it was. It was a bit of a surprise, We backed ourselves against anybody, but going to Met and then going to Newtown and winning both games on penalties was something that, and then winning the first game in Europe on penalties as well. It was just a mad period for everybody concerned at the club. But it's something that we want, and something that every team in our division wants, because they know financially how much it can help your club.
Well, Tony, diolch yn fawr. Diolch for the pancakes. Thanks for putting up with my terrible cooking skills. But thank you for the warm welcome here at Haverfordwest, and good luck for the rest of the season.
Thank you very much.
Woohoo! I think that's a wrap.
Going to try the pancakes?
Yeah, well, I have tried them. They are.
Yeah, mine's nice. Do you want some pancake? Anybody over there?
I've done some extensive research into why we're called the Bluebirds. I've asked people who've been here for years and years and years. Nobody knows. Not even Wikipedia knows why we're called the Bluebirds. It's been from day dot. I believe we were before Cardiff as well, so we are the original Welsh Bluebirds.
The club have been on a real journey over the last few years. The trajectory has really gone upwards, and a key part of that, I think, is the ethos around playing for Pembrokeshire.
The club is hugely progressive in terms of where we want to be, how we think. We are very community centred. We're so far west. We want to be the pinnacle of anything that happens within that area.
It's a local club for local people, trying to just give Pembrokeshire players that step up to the next level, make a name for ourselves.
So it was post-pandemic. Obviously, Rob Edwards came in as chairman, and I'd previously worked at the club and went down to see one of the first fixtures and got talking, and it was a number of weeks. We bounced ideas back and forth. It just landed on a documentary one day. Obviously, the Netflix and the Amazons of the world were doing, you know, the big multi-million-pound budget versions of it in the Premier League clubs and rugby clubs and things like that. So it was sort of, well, let's run with an idea and see where it takes us.
When I heard there was a documentary coming that would give people everywhere the insight into what we see every day down here, I was quite excited. Yeah, the end result was absolutely phenomenal.
The first season was very much a relegation battle escape, but it was Tony Pennock's arrival at the start of season 2 which led on to obviously the most successful time in the club's history, the European adventure across season 3, Bluebirds in Europe.
For the first time in 20 years, Tony, Haverfordwest are going back to Europe, and you're the man that's guided them there. Congratulations. Llongyfarchiadau mawr.
Thank you very much, thank you. It's absolutely huge. Honestly, everyone writ us off. We writ us off at Met, writ us off here. Both away games, but we've done it.
We know we'll get opportunities against them next week, and so we're going to do is stay in the game, and when the opportunities come next week, so we take one and it's game on.
I have one clear memory from that Skindia match. 3 seconds after Jenks scored the goal, behind the goal is a ball boy, my youngest son, fortunate enough to be a ball boy for the day, and when Jenks' shot went in the back of the goal, and the first thing I saw was my young, he was 11 at the time, 12, jumped up in the air and he just sprinted off. Genuinely don't know where he was going, but every time I see any highlights of that game and that goal, I just see him leap up and sprint the other way.
He does! He does! The Bluebirds are through! Isaac Jones lead to that one. Isaac Jones!
Absolute elation. I'm going to say it was probably similar to seeing my firstborn for the first time. My wife's going to kill me for that.
For a period of the club's history to be captured in this way, what a chapter in the club's history, and it's all available online for us.
The identity is something that's probably quite fluid. We'll always be building the identity with the new people that we bring in, the new people within the community, the demographic of people we bring in.
You've got to try and do different things. And if you just rely on the football, I think you're going to have quite a niche market. You're not going to really get the next wave. And if you can give them a memory, I remember going down to the Bridge Meadow and I saw an alpaca. An alpaca.
Reaction-wise, absolutely brilliant. The players were coming out and stroking them. The referees were like in awe of the alpacas.
The football's the magic, but you can bring other people in through something else. I think you're onto something. And that's what the club keep doing. They're winning.
Really interestingly, 2 ladies I met this week had come to visit from Liverpool. and massive Liverpool fans, like season ticket holders. And they told me about a time when they come to watch Haverfordwest play in Conisky, and they couldn't believe how close they could get to the people, how the players would talk to them after the game. You can come to the club and meet the players and meet the manager and meet the staff and feel part of that journey. This isn't just Haverfordwest, it's all the clubs in the Cymru Prem. It offers that very close connection to the community and involvement if they want.
You have the small children that come down and watch a game. You have teenagers all the way up to elderly people, and once you're here, everyone is focusing on the same thing, the football and the support for the club. The best thing for me about being at Haverfordwest is the vast majority of everybody of all ages, all walks, all come together and looking for the same thing.
That's what's great with the Cymru Leagues. Yes, you can stand on the terrace, you can sit in the stands and see these people, but you can also get to know them, and you can see them in the bar after the game and potentially have a beer with them and say, found it tough today, or did you enjoy it? And that's something that the club have really targeted as something they want to do.
And we probably want to be the leading club in Wales in how progressive we are, like the ideas. We want to be a local club as well. I say that in terms of like how we deliver everything, like our kit, our players, our staff. Like we want to be giving back to the community as well.
Keep building, keep doing what we're doing. Obviously results on the pitch, if they start going our way a bit more, yeah, the world is your oyster, as they say.
Prynawn da, croeso nôl i'r Bala. Good afternoon, welcome back to Bala. We are almost underway for the second half. Bluebirds back out. The Bala team are dribs and drabs making their way back to the pitch. Before we do kick off, let's run through some of the team lineups again. It doesn't look like there's going to be any changes at the break. So the home side: Torrance, Cargbo, Pete, Edwards, Mendes, Malkin, Robles, Lloyd, Edwards, White and Woolham. For the Bluebirds, they said looking the same. There's Abruzzese. So it's as we were: Zach Jones in goal, Rhys Abruzzese, Dylan Rees, Lee Jenkins, Corey Shepherd, Kyle McCarthy, Greg Walters, Owen Jones, Jacob Owen, Luke Tabone and Ben Harmon. The substitutes, a chance to warm up on what's become a pretty chilly afternoon here, to be honest. Took a quick wander just to warm up a touch, but the reserves waiting for their opportunity to come on. It's certainly going to be a 90-plus minute game today, and impact subs to come on from, well, hopefully not Ivan Knott, but with the Ricky Watts, Harry John, Kyle Kenneford, Daniel John, Yori Humphreys and Luke Owen ready for action. I say hopefully not Ivan Knott. He's more than capable as a backup keeper, but fingers crossed there isn't a substitute goalie needed. Bala get us underway then. Back to Joe Lloyd, who hooks one forward. Dylan Rees on the end of that one. Across the Shepherd, inside our own half. Flicks it out. Oh, good defending. Robles. Tabone. Heads clear. Bala coming out. They must have had a bit of a rocket, should we say, from Colin Caton, their manager. during the break because they've come out trying to get on the front foot here. Jenkins back to Zach Jones, who just clips one forward. Good appeals for a free kick, not given. So it's a Bala throwing inside the final third here. Lloyd, the left back, to Cargbo. Good feet. Oh, Cargbo does well to skip past Sheps. Corey Shepherd, Jenkins. Greg Walters clears. Arman holds it up. Back to Jacob Owen. Got a chance to go forward. Switches it. Dylan Rees underneath this one. Spreads forward to Arman. He's got options around him. Nudges it to Walters. Across to Shepherd. Across to McCarthy. Better. Forward play. But Bala again. They look a different team coming up here. Oh, what's he giving that for? Free kick to the Bluebirds. Foul on Kyle McCarthy. He didn't pick up on that very quickly. Hopefully Alex Livesey has had a cup of coffee or a cup of tea to warm himself up. The referee. Zach has come out of goal then. Pretty much not far off. Probably a little bit closer than the graphic is showing on screen to the halfway line. Zach. Chance to put it in the Bala defensive third. Good area. Tabone's underneath it, but Pete wins it. Heads clear. Malkin. Good to Tabone. Outside to Owen Jones. 35 yards out. Chance to shoot. Oh! We got a great angle of that one. It just dips over the far post. Torrance, the keeper, as I said, is 6'5" easily. He would have been a tough one to lob, I suppose, from range, but a left-footed whipped shot from Owen Jones almost drops in the far post. That would have been some goal had that dropped in. First shot of the second half for us then. As you can see on the graphic on screen, pretty much the same for both sides in the first half. I'd say if the first half was a boxing match, we'd have won on points. We certainly had more possession. And probably the biggest chance of the first half was that Ben Arman vicious strike from a tight angle. That's our ball. Linesman. Oh, never ever Bala throwing. He's giving it to Bala. Dylan Rees wasn't happy about that one, and rightly so. Cargbo, the left back, is lively. Jenkins and Tabone link well to clear. Only as far as White. As Rees puts it back in. Shepherd on the halfway line. Clip one forward to Arman. Oh, go on, Ose. Get there, Ose. Good. Sideways ball. Greg Walters, 30 yards out. Ref, we'll have the free kick here, please. Not given. Dylan Rees, 35 yards out. And Bala get the free kick. Of course they do. Ose has got one across his chest there. I'd like to think he waved play on, but I don't think he was playing on. Assistant referee it's right in front of him. He's got to help his man in the middle there. O's back up on his feet. Look into the assistant referee.
Yeah, but it's still a foul, I know. It's still a foul, isn't it?
Assistant communicating to the players that he was playing advantage. I'm not so sure what he was. But now it's ended up, it's a free kick to Bala in almost the same spot. 15 yards away from their own penalty area. Where's he taking that from? Frustrating start here. Torrance. That's a massive kick. Tabone is going to win it. Does. Beats Malkin. I think that might serve as just as that extra incentive to get the boys going here. Panic telling Greg to slow things down. Just calm it a little. Get a lively start from the home side. Abruzzese. Chance to get us underway over on that far side. Good throw. Dylan Rees gets on the end of it. Flicks it on. Competes. Dylan's going to get on the end of this one. Jacob Owen as well. Inside the centre circles. Just a little bit far in front of him. Flick. Oh, just going to be too much that one, I think. Lloyd's going to have to play it. Takes a touch. Nearly goes out for a corner. Does well to come away with it. Kieran Lloyd. Good tackle, Lee Jenkins. Sees Owen. Jenks goes on his own. Crosses right-footed. Oh, great header, Arman. Just over the bar. Whipped cross from Lee Jenkins from the right-hand side. Finds Arman. Great first contact. Glancing header over the keeper's crossbar. That could have been a great retaliation of this first 5 minutes of the second half there. from where Bala have probably started the livelier of the two. But fingers crossed that swayed things back in our way. A nice early goal. Good done well for us. If we're going to keep the pressure on Penabont. Currently sits second in the table, Penabont. 7 points ahead. So a point today would really leave an uphill battle as we face them next Friday. But 3 points, reducing that gap to just 4, could be game on. Some good midfield battles, as I said early on this afternoon. Walters, Shepherd and Reese for us, up against Mendes, Cagbo and Edwards. Almost like for like in the middle. They keep rotating, but good battles amongst those 6 players. Abruzzese with the throw down the left-hand side. Greg's got it. Plays it forward, left-footed. Arman. Go. Owen Jones has got half a chance here. Cuts. Oh, he's probably gone. Oh, unlucky goes. Good tackle by Kieran Lloyd, the 19 there. Oh, skipped away. Edwards comes away with it. Plays it forward to Malkin, to Cagbo. Jacob Owen does well, and Shepherd, and Walters. The 3 of them get it back for us. O's just tried to skip past Lloyd, the last man there. Greg Walters tumbles to the ground on the halfway line. Bala play forward. Jenkins, so good. Just does enough to see that through ball go out for a goal kick. Malkin on the receiving end of a Jenkins. Little just nudge, should we say. Big chance for Owen. He's had 2 now. 3rd time lucky, hopefully. Jenkins' clearance finds Kieran Lloyd. Inside to Cagbo. Playing centre midfield here. The 3. Back to Lloyd on this left-hand side. Coming forward, the right footer. James inward to Cagbo. He's going to do that every time. Doesn't seem to be using his left at all here. Dylan pinches it. Chance to break. Cagbo has gone for the trip. Ref, you've got away with advantage there, surely. Cagbo clearly knew what he was doing. Went to ankle tap him. Greg Walters inside the penalty area, over on the far side. Can we get something? Lays it back to Shepherd. He's got a bit of space. Mendes. Jenkins around the back post. Go on, Jenks. Oh, it's just skips up and nearly out for a corner, but cleared. Jacob Owen. Bit of space on this right-hand side. Quality needed. Crosses. Oh, flicked. Greg Walters on the penalty spot. Back to goal. Pete intercepts it and comes away with it. The referee needs to be having a word with Cagbo because it was a clear clip on Dylan Reese. Well done, Cody Shepherd. Sees it out for a throw-in. Ref, are you going to speak to him? No. Clearly was never going to catch Dylan and just tripped his ankles. And he's not even spoken to him. I'm so surprised at that. Couple of Bluebirds players taking the opportunity to have a warm on the far side. Dan John in particular, I think later on will be called upon. His pace behind this pretty high height-wise Bala backline could be something to keep an eye on. What a moment for Dan John that would be. Come and got to get on and get his first goal of the season maybe. Bluebird supporters in front of us here in the stand giving this assistant referee pretty Uric, and rightfully so, to be fair. From a couple of moments ago, a conversation should have at least taken place, I feel, with the ref and Cagbo, the 3. Great to see over 200 tuning in at the moment across Facebook, Twitter and YouTube. Please do let us know in the comments where you are. We've had Fuerteventura, Mallorca, Portland, Oregon in the first half. It'd be great to know where you're all listening. Have you got a couple of Southampton supporters on as well this afternoon, perhaps? Throw in over on the far side. Abu to Sheps. Just clipped forward. Greg Walters and Mendes are going to clash in the air on that one. Good tussle. Bala coming away with it slowly. Dylan Reese, he's going to course he is. Referee, quick to pick that one. On the halfway line, Edwards. Opportunity to just put it in an area here. Woolham's over it. Edwards has moved away. Bit of a jabbing, sparring contest at the moment, this second half. Good headed clearance by Greg Walters. Up in the air. Arman flicks one. And again, Shepherd toes that one away. Owen Jones, he's surrounded by white shirts. 4 of them in the centre circle. They come away with it. Lucky flick by Bala. Cargbo with it. Back to Mendes. Outwards to Kieran Lloyd. Down this left-hand side. Jacob Owen comes across the face up to him. Skips inside to his right. Diagonal. Puts in a really good forward ball, to be fair. McCarthy underneath it. Good battle. Greg Walters skips inside. Jacob Owen just rolls it in front of Abruzzese. Just too much. Unlucky Jacob. Maka, he does well next time. Tackles are flying in here. Abruzzese, the latest on the receiving end. He stays down. Mendes through the back of him there. Tony Panic asking the question, is there any chance, ref? Again, number of Bluebirds players just getting a bit more movement in the legs. Kyle Kenneford, Yori Humphreys, Dan John. It's a really strong bench again today. And that's without the absentees. Dan Hawkins, Ben Fawcett and Alaric Jones, the notable 3 missing today. Dr. Richard Thompson and Henry Fensom just having a look at Reece Abruzzese on the far side there on the touchline. I think just winded, I'd like to say, through the back of Mendes, through the back of Abu. Right underneath the Scorio gantry. Approaching the hour mark. Still 0-0. A point wouldn't be disastrous. Would still keep our 7-point gap above Cardiff Met, which is obviously priority. Is establishing ourselves as 3rd place in the league. A record equaling achievement that would be, having finished 3rd in 2004. However, in the new format, this would be certainly be a record-breaking season. The 12-team league, new format. But all to play for, as we certainly keep our eyes on Penabont in 2nd place. Abu back on his feet. Yeah, it seems to just taking a knock on his hip almost on his left-hand side. Just having a couple of stretches. He's on the sideline. So McCarthy puts one across. All the way out for a throw-in. Arman lets it go on this near side in front. Jacob Owen just taking his time, strolling over, giving Reece Abruzzese that extra couple of seconds. Recovery on the far side. He's hobbling, but I think he's going to be making his way back on in a short space of time. He's not being called back on just yet, but Jacob Owen's going to be encouraged to take this throw in. A goal now would be such a good time to score. Owen, great looped header by Jenkins. Back to Shepherd, to Jacob Owen. Skips inside. Jenkins good tackled. Tabone, good control by the big man. Owen skips inside to Jenkins, edge of the box. Tackled by Mendes. Bala break in, but Bluebirds have got numbers back. Edwards for it for Bala. Shepherd with him. McCarthy and Robles. Mendes across. Dylan Reese tackles. Jacob Owen. Cargbo. It's getting frantic for Bala. I don't know what to do with it. That's the problem. Jenkins does so well. Comes through. Ball and man. Mendes up in the air. Ball out for a throw. Cargbo. He's been lively throughout this first hour. He coming across to take this throw. Counter-attack is very much on. Bala only got two at the back against Owen Jones. If we can clear it to Oates, I fancy him for pace all day long against those two. Pete with a header. It's a head injury in the box. Referee's wave play on again. Stops it. Skips inside. Edwards. He's got a chance to shoot you. Referee wave play on for an appeal. It's surely his hand there. Ref, come on. McCarthy clears. The guy is on his all fours and has handballed the ball clearly. Bluebirds clear. Sheps only finds Lloyd's head. Kieran Lloyd back to Walters, who heads clear for us. And again, Walters. Jacob Owen. Oh, just slices his clearance a touch. Experienced Louis Robles is going to let that one go out for a throw-in. Former Newtown man, now with Bala. Receives a 1-2 off the throw. Cleared by McCarthy. It's going to be a corner. How the referee didn't see that ball hit the player's hand whilst he was on all fours, I do not know. Dylan Reese just having a word with him. The supporters saying he's not giving us anything. I've got to be honest, completely agree. Mendes again going to be on this dead ball to my left. Right-footed, in swinger this time. Good setup by the Blues. It's deep. Header, one across. Tabone comes and wins it. Only as far as Edwards. Back to Mendes. Chance to cross again. Onto his left foot. Skips back onto his right. Steps inside. McCarthy doing well to jockey him. Just holds it up a touch. Crosses. Oh, excellent control. Zach Jones comes to collect. Another great take by our keeper. Again, ball in hand. Not looking to play early. Just allowing his boys to take a breather there. Good couple of phases of play for Bala, it must be said. Just deflate their momentum a touch. He rolls it out to McCarthy. Did well then. Kyle forward to Abruzzese. Inside, Walters inside. This is good play, good build-up play. Arman inside the Bala third now. Breaks forward, does well. Beats one, beats two. Oh, third man, just a bit too much. Ben does well. He's going to give him a yellow card for that. That's incredible. He's clearly had the ball. I'm not one for lambasting the officials, but you've got to just think about all the tackles that have gone in today. That was not the worst one, and it's the first one that sees us take a yellow. Bit of an altercation between Greg Walters and Aaron Edwards, it seems, in the middle of the pitch. Hopefully, lit the torch paper for a big 30-minute finish. Edwards complaining. Shock. Greg, big smirk across his face. The two of them walk away. Still deep in conversation, we'll say. Edwards walks straight into Greg yet again. Greg stands his ground. Oh, I'd love to be getting 3 points this afternoon, I won't lie. Substitution from the home side. Number 18, Louis Robles, has gone off. And it's number 16 coming on, Isaac Agbo. I wonder, a relative. Looking at them, they certainly could be brothers here. Eunice, Agbo already on the field of play. Both lively looking wingers, it seems, but that's certainly where he's stood. Ball forward. Arman on the halfway line receives it. Does well to find Shepherd. Inside to Dylan Reese. Movement forward from the Blues. Good little crossfield ball. I think Owen's going to be flagged for offside. Is indeed. He'd already made the run. The ball went backwards. When it was played forward, then he was breached the back line of the Lakesiders. Yeah. Isa Cargbo certainly opting for a left wing in position here. Just to the left. Oh, I would certainly say brother Asa, who's in the Eunice, who's in centre midfield. Brothers of our own in the squad today. Luke and Jacob Owen. Luke having a great season for the development, and obviously the twins, the John brothers, Harry and Dan, on the bench as well. Strong family links for us. Tabone, Oaks clear, but great leap by Greg Walters. Owen Jones, almost puts Arman round the side. McCarthy wins his header against Malkin. He should never be winning that, but does. Abruzzese confidently switches play to Jacob Owen. Jenkins is on a run. Love it, Jenks. Great run from the big man. Overlaps Jacob Owen. Gives him a chance and some space. Good forward ball. Jenkins just clips his head forward. It's going to go all the way. Just not big enough to overhit it. to get it in behind Bala. Jenkins' header redirects it straight into the hands of the goalie. 66 gone here. Torrance punts forward down the right hand side. Tabone underneath it. Tabone wins it. Dylan Rees hooks on. Come on, boys. Throw in to Bala in front of a good number of Bluebird supporters over on the far side. Having walked around the ground at half time, perhaps my initial assessment of there being 200 was a little bit of an exaggeration, I must say. Having seen both sides of the pitch, perhaps like 100 maybe. It just seemed because I was sat in a pretty populated area, I was hoping that it was the same all the way around the ground, but certainly not to be. I look forward to seeing the Cymru football app later. Cargbo leaves the ball behind and Jacob Owen is fouled. Ref waves play on. Ref, that's got to be... Oh, no. It's a clear foul. Clear foul. Bluebirds throw in the end. He's losing this a little bit here. There's two clear fouls. One for us, one against us. Just not given. Clip forward. Jenkins flicks Owen Jones on the edge of the box. Go on, Jacob, through it. Good man. Oh. Cargbo comes away with it. The centre midfielder one out to his brother on the left-hand side here. The referee cannot wait to give the foul. Shepherd deemed to be the aggressor there. Mendes receives the quick free kick, pings it across. Abu's underneath it. Walters. Bala just getting a little bit of a foothold in attack here. Good feet by Malkin. Skips past one. Out to the right-hand side. Crosses across. Great feet. Jenkins puts it out for a corner. Is there any chance of a decision going our way? All 7 Bala fans near us getting vocal all of a sudden. Corner then. Mendes again. Martin, I might indeed have to get my abacus out here. I could probably do it on one hand, to be honest. Evades everybody the corner. Dylan punts it clear, coming straight towards us, this. Oh, almost. Over the stand. On the halfway line. Yeah. Steve on Facebook, come on the Bluebirds, 3 points needed. They certainly are. A positive result would be certainly something to take away from Bala. Traditionally a really tough place to come. Perhaps not having the season that they used to, but still a top 6 team, a tough team to beat. Malkin, 30 yards out, plays inwards. Arman's going to get, nearly pinches it. Shepherd does indeed pinch it, finds Greg, plays it forward to Arman again. Forward to Shepherd, great play. Chance here, good tackle. Is that gone? Linesman's flag, not up. Everybody stopped. Everybody but the linesman thought that was out. Incredible. Crossfielder. Cargbo in behind the back. Jenkins is coming across to stop him. He has to go back to Kieran Lloyd. Dylan Rees with him. Inside to Unis Cargbo. Kieran Lloyd again. A little bit of momentum from the home side here. Cargbo skips inside. Crosses. It's deep. Good header. Rees Abruzzese beats Mendes in the air. Go on, Greg. Yeah. Puts a toe on it. Little clip forward. Owen Jones finds Arman. Great first touch, Arman. Signed a new contract in the week. More of that we'd love to see. Inside, Walters. Arman, 30 yards out. Cuts inside to Greg Walters. Drills. Oh, great save by the keeper. Flag stays down. I think Greg thought he was offside. Left-footed. Good save, it must be said, by Joel Torrance. Probably the best chance of the half for either team, that one. Free kick given on McCarthy over on the far side. The referee has got no intention that time of getting his cards out. Substitution time. Dan John coming on. It's Owen Jones, the 20, being replaced. Like for like, 2 strikers switching places here. So it's the lively Dan John. Well, as I said, I'm predicting the Dan John to get in behind and take his development squad confidence and form into the first team here. Almost got on the score sheet against Cardiff Met a couple of weeks ago at home in the last few minutes. Bright green boots are on the pitch alongside Ben Arman. I think those two, every opportunity of linking up here. Dylan Rees having a blood shirt change, it seems. Here we go, back underway. Bala on the front foot. Mendes just clips one forward. Agbo is lively since coming on here, but Tabone does well to steal it from him. Great play, great through ball. Dan John holds it up. Oh, unlucky Dan. Great control on his chest. Went for the layoff pass. Just missed Arman's through run. So Bala again coming back the other way. Both teams looking for points here. Zach comes to collect. Oh, great take. I say it every time as if I'm surprised. I'm not surprised. He's done that so many times this season. He knows when to come. Comes to collect. Doesn't give his defenders the need to clear it, which they do so often. But Jenkins knows to play Dan John in behind. Come on, Greg. Chase him. Mendes left-footed. Puts one in behind. Jenkins, not slow himself, beats Cargbo and puts it out for a throw-in. This is end-to-end stuff here with about 20 minutes, including stoppage time to go. Big 20 minutes for both teams here. Bala haven't won in at least 5 games. They've not won since the start of phase 2. The Bluebirds needing every point we can. Do we settle for a draw? Do we look to get 3? Cargbo himself going to be taking this one on that left-hand side. Decent distance, to be fair, but it's won by Jacob Owen. Up into an area. Greg Walters clears. Dan John, can he get there in front of Kieran Lloyd? He does. Inside our third. Lays it back to Abruzzese. Plays forward. Shepherd almost on the end of it. Dan John indeed himself picks it up. Referee gives handball. It's getting beyond frustrating now. Any half appeal given sounds as if it's sour grapes, but I'm trying to remain as neutral as I possibly can. But every single decision seems to be going against us at the minute. Pete clips one forward. McCarthy and Tabone combine. High feet, ref? No, didn't think so. Jacob Owen punts one forward. Bala again, comfortable head and everything forward themselves. Flicked outside from Malkin. Finds Edwards over on the far right-hand side. Abruzzese just jockeying him, holding him up. Back to Cargbo, 35 yards out on his left foot. Good tackle, Corey Shepherd. Blocks it. Kieran Lloyd, 40 yards out. Sideways, Edwards, chance to shoot. Great save. Straight at Zach Jones, but comfortably deals with it. 160 apparently declared as the attendance today. As I said, pretty populated in the stand with me on the halfway line, but having walked it at half time, I do wonder where the extra 100 are from. Abruzzese, great play, finds Greg Walters, bit of movement around Jacob Owen on this near side. I got a great angle on this one. Jacob Owen crosses, flick, Dan John, wide, keeper collects. The ball didn't really allow Dan John to redirect it on target, to be fair. Come on, the boys. Another substitution. Kyle Kenneford is incoming. Torrance punts all the way through to Zach Jones. Zach, ball in hand. Just boys getting back into shape. We've got real width now with Jacob Owen and Reece Abruzzese opting to play as wide as they possibly can. Jenkins and McCarthy, to be fair, as well. Oh, Arman is manhandled it. Referee waves play on. Bala with it. Edwards and Woolham have combined. Edwards back to his centre half, White. Out to Kieran Lloyd. Again, hasn't got a left foot, it seems. Plays it right-footed to his left winger. All the way back to White, who has to go back to his goalkeeper. Chance for Blues to push up to the halfway line as Torrance goes big. Good tussle, Malkin and McCarthy, but it goes through and Tabone wins the header. Mendes clips him forward. Again, it comes through. Great header, Kyle McCarthy. Good tackle. Ref, you can't. No, I thought he was going to give that one then. Clearly foot on the ball by Tabone. Walters, almost taken late by Mendes. Substitution then for Bala first off. Number 22 is Callum Edwards. He's been lively in attack. Number 15, Liam Higgins coming on. Seems to be a bit more of a defensive player. And it's Dylan Rees in a blood shirt, heading off, replaced on the 76-minute mark by Kyle Kenniford. Wonder whether Kyle Kenniford's trickery, perhaps in more of the number 10 role here, will just put a through ball forward for maybe a Dan John winner. Who knows? Dylan, the skipper, getting his praise off his colleagues in the dugout. Been a good shift this afternoon. So Corey Shepherd now then, the on-field captain. Abruzzese plays forward. Pete deals with it, as he has done all afternoon, to be fair, the skipper. Only finds Shepherd again. Skips inside. Out Kenniford's first touch. Good first touch. Jacob Owen outside him in a bit of space. Kenniford, the right pass to Jenkins. Has to turn and go back to his keeper. Touched by Zach. Cleared. Almost with Malkin. Oh, Jacob win the header. Greg and Jacob, a little bit of miscommunication. They both leave it to each other. Good touch by Shepherd. And again, through ball. Oh, jacked. Jumped over it, Greg Walters. Didn't come to Ben Armand. So Bala break. Oh, great play. Lee Jenkins stops the attack. Only as far as Bala on the halfway line. They come forward again. It's a good bit of tussling on the edge of the box. Holding our ground. Sideways from Bala. Round the back. Malkin shoots. Great save. Zach Jones. First real big chance for Bala, that. From a tight angle, Malkin, right-footed, strikes it at Zach Jones. Double-handed fist over the bar. Probably palmed over the crossbar. Good save. Mendes, who else? Heading over to take the corner. 13 minutes of normal play here. Come on, the boys. Resolute as they have been all season. Couple of more attacks to hold out for another clean sheet, we hope. Mendes from the right-hand side. Outswinger. Cleared. Going to be found. Dan John nearly. Oh, here we go. Arman on the attack. He's got Dan John going forward. Wrong way. Unlucky. Ben Arman. Dan John ran the other way. All the way through to Torrance. Picks it up. He's been told to slow things down. I think Bala were almost in the ascendancy a little bit. But his coaching staff are telling him to slow down. I wonder whether they're just happy to take the point today. Torrance. Right-footed, gets a fair bit of distance with the punt, but as he's done all afternoon, Tabone underneath it. Pete chips one forward. McCarthy, he's had a good afternoon. Unlucky Greg. His clearance falls to Mendes. Falls to Higgins. Good head. Again, Luke Tabone. Dan John on the halfway line. Lays it off. Just a little bit too heavy. Nearly found Kenniford. Bala come forward again. Cargbo cuts inside Kyle Kenniford, but tackled well. Throw in Bala. Kieran Lloyd, the right-footed left back again. Plays a 1-2 with Mendes. Mendes gets it back. Good play by Bala, to be fair. Cargbo skips inside. Jenkins needs to stay on his feet. Chance here. Great tackle. What a tackle, Kyle McCarthy. Higgins, the 15, the substitute, just about to pull the trigger. And Kyle McCarthy comes across and puts it out for a corner. Jacob Owen is down. He's just holding his shin. Contact made there in the last build-up play. Back on his feet. Looks in a bit of discomfort, but he's making his way back in field. Had he gone off and received treatment, there would have been a man down. But now Jacob does soldier on. Mendes again with a corner. Chance to cross. Low. Oh, great header, Greg Walters. And Jacobs away. Right-footed, punts it into the sky. Forward. Shepherd. He's on the receiving end. Dan John, can he win that header? Oh, almost. Higgins, the substitute, looking lively. Picked it on the halfway line. Gets his header. Plays forward. Good header, Kyle McCarthy. And such a great signing for us this season. Very rarely has an off day. Consistently a good 7, 8 out of 10 every week. I've spoken to him regularly about perhaps opening his account one day soon. Yet to score for us, but has been so influential at the back. His experience. Abruzzese, surely he's taken late there. Oh. Good head, Lee Jenkins, ball on man. And again, Mendes comes through this time. He's got a man outside him to won't stay any feet. Great tackle, puts it up for a throw-in. Throw-in Bala. Number of substitutes over on the far side, I think, getting stripped for both sides now. Oh, of course it's a free kick to Bala. Referee goes to his pocket. Yellow card shown to Lee Jenkins there. I wonder how many that is for him now throughout the season. How many cards? A 5th yellow would mean a suspension. I don't think he's quite at 5. Just waiting, Tom Pritchard to my right, just to confirm that. That's his 5th. Potential suspension now for Lee Jenkins ahead then for the crucial match against Penabont on Friday. That was never, ever a yellow card as well. That's the frustrating thing. Cargbo, 30 yards out, doesn't know what to do with it. McCarthy goes across to defend it. Edwards clips one forward. Higgins again. Edwards crosses. Chance over the bar. It's a free header, 5 yards out. Was the flag up for offside, I wonder? It doesn't look like it. Malkin has just given us a get out of jail card there, because that was a massive chance. He's got his head in his hands. Substitutes incoming then. Greg Walters making way for Ricky Watts. And it's Jacob Owen who's making his way for Yori Humphreys. As I said, at half-time, boys ready to go on the bench. Impact subs coming on. Squad very much being utilised by Tony Panic and Gary Richards. Watsy straight into middle of midfield. He'll enjoy this tussle in there today. And Yori Humphreys as well. Will run all day in a blue shirt. He's coming over to this right-hand side. Big opportunity. They stake their claims for a start next Friday. Zach Jones then from the goal kick to get us back underway. Puts one up high into the sky. Ricky Watts almost wins it, but won by a Bala head. Kieran Lloyd. Again, Bala just happy to go backwards. Dan John, can he get on the end of that ball? Charged down by Ben Hammond. Has found Dan John on the edge of the box, over on the far side. Trickery. Pulls a trigger. It's out for a corner. Positive play. Dan John, a step over, a right-footed strike. Deflected, but Torrance had to push it wide. What a chance as we approach the 85th minute. Yori Humphreys has gone across to take this one. Dan John, the smallest man on the pitch. He's got a bit of space at the back post here. Can he get it on the end of the one? Yori Humphreys, one arm in the air. Right-footed. Good area. Oh, almost falls for Kyle Kenneford. It's going to go all the way surely for a throw-in. Kyle Kenneford poised to pull the trigger there, but the header from Malkin moments after missing a fantastic chance. Jenkins has come across to take this with Owen off. I always say Jenkins, he throws it in. It'd be great to get him on the end of it as well. Straight at Cargbo, wins his header. Cleared, back to Jenkins. He's going to let it go for a throw-in again. Opportunity. Reset. Jenkins. Better throw. More direct. Oh, again, it's won by a Bala head. Tabone wins it. And Bala clear. Good head back in by Abruzzese. Into an area. Drops in the box. Referee can't wait. Time Jenks. Back to goal. Great. Oh. Bala just pinch it clear. Crosses the halfway line. Still 0-0. Into the last 4 minutes of normal time. Zach Jones with it. Punt's clear. It's going to be won by a Bala head there. Will it go out for a throw-in? Stays in. Edwards plays it down the line. Abruzzese does clear. Only as far as Edwards again. Bala with their tails up. A 0-0. Not disastrous, but would certainly leave an uphill struggle for us to catch Penabont. Long way to go yet. 4 games after today to go, with Penabont next up at home on Friday. Can we pinch a late goal? So, unlucky Ricky Watts. Bala passing it around. Luckily there. I think it might have even gone through Ricky's legs. Dan John working relentlessly since coming on. Don't give up, Dan. Good tackle, Cody Shepherd. Kyle Kenneford next to try and stop Aaron Edwards. His tireless runs, as always, for Bala. Abruzzese plays it forward. Pete with it. Good block. Calmness with Luke Tabone now. A bit of space. Looks up. Chips one forward. Arman's going to have to get in behind Pete here. Headed out for a throw-in by the centre half. Up we come. 87 gone. A number of travelling supporters of the Bluebirds on the far side, encouraging the boys. Maybe one last big chance here. Jenkins, ball in hand, in line with the edge of the box. Great angle on it. But again, it's won by a Bala head first. Just got a bit of extra distance for us. A bit more in line with the penalty spot now. Again, Jenkins opts to go backwards, all the way back to Abruzzese. Bounces in front of him. Oh, wow. Magnificent touch from Abu. Crosses. Headed clear. Out to Kenneford. He's put it in, back in an area. Dan John out to Luke, Ben Arman. And of course, referee gives a free kick to Bala. Water is wet. Such a light one, that. '88. Frustratingly for us, just Bala did enough to nullify that attack. Jenkins's throw to Abruzzese just skipped up in front of him, and he's delicately just lifts it over a Russian Bala player, gets control of it, crosses, but dealt with well by Colin Caton's men. Surely this ends like this now. Still a couple of minutes, but both teams looking for that final chance. Dan John in behind Pete. Can he get something? Throw in. Dan John does really, really well. Bala's international supporters here. I think that's Portuguese being shouted on. Relative perhaps of a couple of the players. Right next to the corner flag, this next throw. Lee Jenkins. 89 minutes. Can we? Lee Jenkins inwards. Great angle on this one. Rossi heads. Oh, over the bar. Oh, visions of that just dropping in over the keeper's head then. Keeper, the ref's got his back to it. He didn't see it. The keeper kicked one ball away and then walked to get a ball further away. Frustrating. Hands in pockets by a number of supporters here, you know. Left the Rue a couple of chances, but Bala have defended well. Again, like the first half, I'd say we'd have won on points if this was a boxing match. But not to be at the moment. Dan John, again, tirelessly. Good ball forward. Mendes just gets a toe on it. Get there, Chevy. And Ricky Watts. Good, Yori. Good block. Stops Bala going forward. Malkin is down for the home side. He's getting back to his feet. into the 90th minute. There's 4 minutes of injury time to come. 4 minutes of play. Will the scoreline change? Malkin in a lot of discomfort, the front man. He's going to be on the end of this throw-in. Controls it. He falls to the ground. Nothing given by the ref. Watsy. Mendes again stops the clearance. Tabone coming across to take it. No, passes to Jenkins. Chance to play it down the line. Jenkins, great throw. We're so overdue a late winning goal. Can we pinch one? Oh, Kyle Kenneford had made a great through run. Watsy just flicked one over the back line. Had that gone a slightly different direction, Kenneford would have been unmarked in the box. Handful of supporters looking at making an early exit towards the gate here. Safe, go for a warm-up, hot drink, safe travels home. A couple of people, as I said, come up in cars this afternoon. It's a great effort. Again, Bala building up the play here. Shepherd, relentless. Linesman doesn't give a throw in. Yori Humphreys pinches it, plays forward. Is there one last chance? It's going to come across all the way to the keeper, I think, here. He's going to have to play it. He does. Zips it forward. Oh, almost drops to Kyle Kenneford. Oh, great play, Mendes. He's been impressive, to be fair. However, he's just booted one all the way through to Zach. Plays it straight away to Luke Tabone. We are into 92 minutes. 2 to play. Tabone fires one forward. Aiming at Dan John. He wins his header. Go on, Rick. Get in there. Cagbo wins the next one. Mendes plays it forward. Oh, it's a little bit too easy. Bala come away with it. Edwards through ball is pinched by McCarthy and Kenneford. Again, McCarthy, low get out. Shepherd, he's got a little bit of energy left in the tank. Forward to Dan John. Oh, it's heavy touch, that is. Shepherd's going to have to almost take one for the team. Bala come forward. Good block. Dan John. Shepherd interlink again. Great feet, Sheps. Gets away from Cagbo. Foul, not given by the ref. Oh, he does. Incredible. Finally, round of applause from the Bluebirds travellers in front. Supporters, I should say. This certainly will be the last roll of the dice. Abruzzese took one there. He's hobbling back to his feet. It's Yori Humphreys right in front of the box. He'll be getting communication from the coaching staff, no doubt, telling him where this one's going. We are 93 and 20 seconds, just 40 seconds to go. Yori Humphreys. Good little clip into an area. Jenkins underneath it. Kenneford, heads clear. Oh, it's a high foot from Jenkins. Not given. I am surprised. The referee's changed his allegiance here. Jenks' high foot should have been a free kick for Bala there, I feel. But it's no. That man with the ball in his hand for one last throw in. 20 seconds to go. Come on, boys. Jenkins launches one in. Again, Bala clear. Referee, whistle in mouth. That brings a close to match day 28. A frustrating afternoon, we will say, but it tees up a mouth-watering one this Friday, as I said, against Penabont. They're up next at home at the Oggy Bridge Meadow on Friday. Well, I think it's become a must-win game. If it wasn't already, it certainly is now, if we're going to keep that dream alive of a second-place finish. However, we'll be back with a Nest Live in a couple of weeks. One last final away day to King Coed campus to play Cardiff Met. But for now, we're done up here in North West Wales. Thank you to everyone who has joined us this afternoon. Grateful for all the comments and interactions. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday as we head back home after the whistle has gone here. Final score, Bala Town 0, Haverfordwest County 0. This is the Bluebirds Nest Live, signing off, over and out.